guys, Jackie and Jalen here back with another video. We are so excited to be out here in Joel, Texas. We're going to be taking you on this journey with us on how we are going to be doing a really cool project for our client. And we have this really fun space that we're working with, and we just got some really cool fun ideas from Pinterest, kind of put our ideas together, and we're going to be making this really cool space. Just to give you some insight on what we do a lot of DIY projects. We do a lot of projects for clients all over the state, as well as shipping out of state, and we also do DIY furniture flips, just a bunch of things that you can do in home and outside. So we're going to take you inside, show you the space. We're going to show you what we turned this to this. Now let's get started.
So let's rewind 3 weeks prior to the actual install. We like to get our orders in and pre-cut everything. Reason being is because it just makes it easier whenever we're trying to assemble everything. So I like using this panel saw because not only does it cut vertically but horizontally as well. From there, I took it to my miter saw to just chop everything down to what I need it to be. And in this case, she did give me the measurements of the space. And from that, I went ahead and I started assembling everything. So I like to start off by sanding everything down. Coming back from my miter saw and my panel saw, it just makes the whole building process a lot easier. And I just totally made a mess here. So if this happens to you, don't worry about it. Just get a wet rag and just carry on with the project. It's an easy peasy cleanup and you don't have to worry about it. I did go ahead and I went ahead and got another glue bottle, and I just refilled a new one. That way I won't have that problem again. But going back to the building, I like to put the yellow side up just because for painting purposes, it's just a lot easier to work with. It's nice and smooth. It is primed, which is key whenever you're trying to paint something. If you're going to be staining it, you definitely want the yellow side out as well, because that way it absorbs the stain a lot easier. Now, this piece was actually going to be in the center of a niche. So with that being said, I wanted to make sure that the yellow side was in, and that way I could easily spray it and I won't have any complications during that part of the process, as well as installing it. Once I was done doing all the base and the sides, I went ahead and did all the framing, and we do have a wood CNC, guys, that we are so excited to use. We can't wait to get that up and running. But this is just another way that you can actually do a nice solid frame without having to worry about it falling apart or somebody having an issue with it down the road. We make them nice and sturdy. So once I was done with all of the framing part, I went ahead and I started doing my cubbies. Now, I like using the white wood on the top and bottom as well as the edges, and because she wanted a four cubby bins on the mud bench, I went ahead and I spaced those out evenly, and then I finished that off. Now, once we're done with this part of the project, we are going to be jumping right into the video where we will actually be installing it. So let's keep watching, guys. Alright guys, we are out here in Joel, Texas, ready for the install. I went ahead and started off by finding all my studs, and then after that I brought my bench in. And with that being said, we noticed that the bench didn't sit correctly towards the back just because there was a quarter round between the baseboard and the floor. So we went ahead and we took that out. We also added a sideboard between the wall and the bench. just so we can have a side trim going along that space to make it look super built in, nice and clean, and there was no gaps or spacing in between the wall and the bench part. So you can see that right here as I move out of the way that there's that piece of board there. So that's going to help keep my board from going in if I decide to put a side trim there. After I was done doing the bench part, we went ahead and we started putting up all the paneling. Now this panel board is old barnwood that we planed down and we sanded. It gives us this nice soft wood tone and it has a beautiful contrast. So after we were done with that, we went ahead and we were onto touch-ups. After the paneling board was put up and assembled, we were on to touch-ups. We like to touch up everything when we get to the destination. In this case, we were about a 2.5 to 3 hour drive away. So we wanted to make sure that we caulked everything, we touched up everything as far as the paint, and finished all the side trim and the trim around the top, just to give it a nice built-in clean look. I like using the 20-minute fast drying caulking that they have there at Lowe's. I'm not exactly sure of the name, but it is amazing. It dries in 20 minutes and we can paint it. After we were done with that, we were onto the hooks, and oh my goodness, I absolutely love these hooks. These are actually found on our website, and they have this really cute and old rustic look to them. And it is decorating time. This by far is my favorite part of any project. For those of you who don't know me, I absolutely love to decorate, especially with all the fall decor that's out in stores right now. Oh my goodness, it's definitely something that I had to do for this space, and our clients absolutely loved it. As we're wrapping up to the end of the video, I want to thank you again, guys, for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell for notification for future videos, and we will catch you on the next one.